of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Welcome to Prime Time on a Wednesday night. My name is Ron Juckett on the 17th day of February 2021. If you're watching live on twitch.tv/Retro Sports Network. If it's YouTube, it's already Thursday. So, welcome to the program. Well, I think we got a good one tonight between the Philadelphia Phillies and St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals wrapping up a long East Coast road trip. They go into this June 10th. Hey, 40 years before I graduated from high school on this very day. And 22 years before I was born. But that's another story. The Aces go at it tonight. It'll be Ken Heinzelman for the Phils and Al Brazel for the Cardinals. The Cardinals 29-20, the Phillies 32-21, and so hopefully we got ourselves a good ball game. Weather is beautiful here in Philadelphia. 79-degree night, no wind whatsoever, and a decent crowd on hand at Shibe Park for this one. The National League is a 4-team race. It is the Dodgers, the Cardinals, the Phillies, and the Giants, while the Miracle in the American League is going on in our nation's capital. Yep, the Senators still lead the Yanks by a full game. You'll see them tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific time. But now, it is baseball here on Retro Sports Network from 1949. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1949 tonight from Shibe Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It is the 32-21 Philadelphia Phillies against the 29-20 St. Louis Cardinals. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And no, I don't want to turn on carrot browsing. Oh, it didn't do it. So welcome to the ballpark. As we said, a beautiful night here in Philadelphia. These two teams are fighting for first place. Brooklyn, by the way, has caught up with the Phillies. It helps to have the best batting average in the National League and the best ERA in the National League. And that's how Brooklyn has got themselves back up off the floor. How you doing, Big Clue and Tribe fan? Ken Heinzelman is on the hill for the Phillies, making start number 12. He last pitched on June 4th against the Cubs. 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs. All 4 earned. He walked 2 and didn't strike out anybody. He is 33 years old, and if you've watched him pitch before in this replay, this is his pony year. This was the year he put it all together and got the Phils at least some notice going into the 1950 season. He throws the fastball at 83 and is a standard pitcher. Overall, 85 in the 3rd inning, 79 hits, 6 home runs, 38 runs in total, 35 earned. He has walked 41 and struck out 21. And this will be the lineup he'll face. Chuck Deering leads off in center field for St. Louis. Red Shane Dienst will play short and bat second. Stan Musial in right field will hit third. Eddie Kazak at third cleans up. Enos Slaughter in left will bat fifth. Mr. Nippy Jones is at first. He'll bat sixth. Glaviano is at second. He gets the rare start. Marty Marion is not in the lineup today. Shane Deans moves over to short. Del Rice behind the plate will bat eighth. And Al Brazel is on the mound batting ninth. In left field for the Phillies is Del Ennis. He's blocked by that wonderful picture of Chuck Deering. Richie Ashburn is a 10-8 in center. Mr. Holmig, I don't know who he is. He's a 3 and a 7 in right. Puddinhead Jones is a 9 at third. Granville Hamner is a 5 at short. Mr. Miller is a 5 at second. Eddie Wakus is a 5 at first. Andy Semenuk behind the plate. He's a 6 and a 9. And Mr. Heinzelman is an 8 on the mound with a 9.77 fielding percentage. So if you're ready on this Wednesday, we are. Mr. Deering steps in at 296, no homers and 10 RBI, and you can see that ID Jester is playing Path of Exile. Buck Shot Kid, how are you? Nice to have you along. So, Heinzelman starts the game with a fly ball to left. Ennis is a 7 and a 7, and that's going to hit the wall. So Deering will have a double at least. He holds at second, and Heinzelman is hurt. Not quite sure what that's about, but you never want your pitcher to get hurt on the first batter of the game. He says he'll stay in the game. I believe there's a blister on his finger. Here's Shane Dienst at 301, 1 homer and 22 RBI. He deals, and there's a fly ball into right field. That'll drop for a hit. Deering will round third and score, and the Cardinals go up 1-0, 6 pitches into the game. Brings up Stan the Man Musial at 286. 20 doubles, 10 homers, and 36 RBI. Heinzelman's pitch up the middle for a base hit. Ashburn will pick it up. A poor play by Miller, who should have had there, and the Cardinals, with nobody out, now have runners on the corners for Eddie Kazak. I don't know why it's showing me with just one viewer. I've had 3 people chat with me already. Kazak at 284, 2 homers and 28 RBI. Oh, thanks. Buckshot Kid says, good, love your voice. Brings me back to my childhood listening to baseball. Who'd you grow up rooting for? The Blue Jays. Oh, cool. Tom Cheek got his start in Rutland, Vermont. Kazak at 284, 2 homers and 28 RBI. Shane Dienst on third. Ground ball to Puddinhead. They're going to play for 2, give up the run. Miller for 1. Kazak is not a speedster, and that will be 2. So they go around the horn, 5-4-3. The run scores 2-0 St. Louis, and that'll bring up Enos Slaughter at 383, 4 homers and 27 RBI. Oh, Brad. Ron's voice brings me back to Peter Boyle's Frankenstein. You weren't even alive when that movie came out. But heck, I like baseball, so I endure. Slaughter having a great year. As I lose the mouse. Pitch to Enos, nobody on. He struck him out. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. He swings and misses on an 0-2 fastball. Do you have to be alive in 1939 to appreciate Gone with the Wind? No, you don't. Oh, Rob. And Jerry Howarth, yep. Good combination there for the Jays. Don't you know where fashion sits? It's putting it on a Ritz cracker with some of that fake spray cheese. Go to the bottom of the first, 2-0 St. Louis. Al Brazel, 3-4 on the year, a 3.56 ERA, making his 10th start of the year. Cotton is 35 years old. He throws an 82-mile-an-hour fastball and is a standard pitcher. He last pitched against the Braves on the 5th. 8 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. 81 innings for Al, 86 hits, 12 homers, 35 runs, 32 earned, 23 walks, and 25 strikeouts. 3-4 with a 3.56 ERA. Yeah, the taco version. Yep. Well, that's it. Jerry just retired. Here's the lineup that Mr. Brazel will pitch to. Richie Ashburn leads off in center field. All is right in the Philadelphia world. Granny Hamner is at short. He'll bat second. Mr. Wakis will bat third and play first. Del Ennis cleans up and left. Andy Semenuk behind the plate will go fifth. Polmig, who I have no idea who he is, he's in right field and will bat sixth. Puddinhead Jones is at third. He'll bat seventh. Eddie Miller at second will bat eighth. And Heinzelman, who is feeling the ill effects from whatever happened to start the game, through 17 pitches in his half of the first. It'll be Slaughter in left. He's got a forearm. Mr. Deering is a 6 and a 6 in center. Stan Musial, a 9 and a 7 in right. Mr. Kasich is a 7 at third. Red Shanedeans a 3 at short. Marty Marion with a day off. Tommy Glaviano is a 2 at second. Nippy Jones a 6 at first. Del Rice a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. And Brazel is a 6 on the mound with a .956 fielding percentage. Just hold on one moment here as we check out something for possible later use in this ballgame. You are watching Retro Sports Network. Somebody may get the dialing for dollars phone call in this game. If you happen to know how much is in our Dialing for Donuts jackpot, you could possibly win it if I call you at some point during the ball game. Yeah, Jerry retired in 2017. Now I gotta find it. No, there's no blackout. I think this is it, right? No, I found where I was trying to go with this. So, we are here. We're back. Okay, now I want to make sure I see it back on the stream. There we go. Okay, Ashburn at 261. No homers and 22 RBI. To lead off the bottom of the first, 2-0 St. Louis as Uncle Ron got his notes in order. Ashburn, fly ball to right. Musial comes in to make the catch. 1 out. Here's Mr. Hamner. Granville at 2:30, no homers and 21 RBI. Beautiful night here in Philadelphia, by the way. 79 degrees, clear with calm winds. Hamner to third, past Kasich, but that will go foul. And somebody from Harrisburg made that catch. Woke him up, but he made the catch, and the count is 0-2. Into right field, Musial going back there to the base of the track to make the catch. 2 out. So, Buckshot, what was your favorite Blue Jay team? Eddie Wakis at 320. 2 homers and 19 RBI. There's a ground ball to Jones. Underhands it to Brazel, and that will retire the side. Phillies go in order. Ken Heinzelman feeling much better now. He got some Absorbing Jr. on the shoulder, and so he'll go at full effectiveness as we start the second. 2-0 St. Louis. So Nippy at 383, 3 homers and 26 RBI. 2 of the best hitters in the National League in this game. Jones for the Cardinals and Red Shanedeans. Jones up the middle. Ashburn will dive and make the catch for the out. Got some grass stains on those home whites, but it's worth it. 93, just because they had more top talent. Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life. Here's Tommy Glaviano. Tommy at 206. A homer and 6 RBI. And there's a ground ball to third. Jones across the way for the out. So here's Del Rice. Del at 293, a homer, and 9 RBI. And for those of you looking for Joe Garagiola, we're sorry. Heinzelman deals. In the left field, Ennis will retire the side. Phil's go in order, or the Cardinals go in order. Go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 St. Louis. So it'll be Ennis, Semenick, and Holmig. Dell at 280, 7 homers, and 45 RBI. Ball 4. He walked him. Tom Cheek, by the way, got his start at WSYB in Rutland, Vermont. A little before my time, but WSYB was one of my favorite stations because that's where the Red Sox played. Here's Semenick at 293. Andy already has 15 homers on his 10th of June and has driven in 34. Runner on first, 2-0 St. Louis. Bottom of the second. There's a base hit left center field. Slaughter will pick it up. Ennis will hold. And there's runners on first and second. It's Stan Holmig. Stan looks like he could use some grape nuts, doesn't he? Stan at 313, 3 triples, a homer, and 7 RBI. There's a base hit into right field. Musial will pick it up. Ennis will round third and hold with nobody out. Don't be that first out at the plate. So they're loaded for Puddinhead Jones. Willie at 223. 6 homers and 34 RBI. Hopefully we'll see Lorenzo either tonight or tomorrow afternoon. Been taking care of his mom while his sister had to attend to business back home. Pitch to Willie is into left field. Slaughter will make the catch. That'll score a run. Ennis will tag when does not draw a throw, 1 out. So it's 2-1, and that'll bring up Eddie Miller. Eddie at 256, 1 homer, and 16 RBI. And Miller slams that one to left-right at Slaughter, and there's 2 out for the pitcher, Ken Heinzelman. So Philadelphia got that runner in from third. It's still first and second now with 2 out. Heinzelman at 138, no homers and 2 RBI. Struck out 11 times in 29 at-bats. Brazel, one of those rare pitchers in 49 that did not walk more than he struck out. Here's the pitch. There's a base hit, left center field. Slaughter will pick it up. Semenick scores, and we're tied at 2. So Cotton kind of pitching more like a boll weevil in this half inning. Through 9 batters, an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, both the runs are earned. He has walked 1 and hasn't struck out anybody. Early Gus Wynn was the Jays' first announcer until 81. Don Chevrier did a lot of work for them too, on television anyway. Big Clue says Holmig was a Texas A&M product. This was his rookie year. He was out of Major League Baseball within 2 years, though he hit pretty well at Double-A for a few years before retiring. In 1949, he was a top bench jockey for the Phillies. That's why I have great producers in chat. Pitch to Ashburn, runners on the corners, ground ball to Glaviano at second, throws it to Jones, and that will retire the side. But the Phils get 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the third, 2-2. So Brazel, Deering, and Shane Deans to face Heinzelman's here. Your producer is trying to trade up in a Stratomatic rookie draft tonight. 2020 or another year? Brazel is 1 for 33. Even I could score better than that. He scored once and grounded into a double play, but yet in 33 at-bats, he hasn't struck out at all. Let's jinx him, shall we? So it's a current Stratomatic draft. Pitch to Brazel. There's a ground ball to Heinzelman. Over to Wakis, 1 out. Imagine my surprise. In the summer of '85, we do the Seminole family vacation out to my dad's place and go visit the grandparents. And across from Lake Erie, south of Buffalo, the Toronto stations would come in, including CFTO, the flagship station of CTV. And on Wednesday nights, the Blue Jays were on, and my pleasant surprise not to hear one Tony Kubek call the games. It was great. Deering doubled and scored his first time up. Heinzelman, his first 9 and 33 pitches. 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits. Both the runs are earned, and he has struck out 1. Was it Rogers or Labatt? Labatt owned the beer rights. I don't know if they own the team. I don't know when Rogers bought the Jays. Although when the new place opened, it was Skydome for a long time. Yep, CBTO is still a TV channel in Toronto. Pitch to Deering. There's a liner to second. Miller's there. Here's Shane Dienst. He singled and drove in a run and scored. Yes. Big Clue doesn't remember this, but he probably has seen the quote-unquote highlights. Of course, there's a big hotel in at Skydome or Rogers, and you could stay there the night of the games. And sometime in the late 80s or early 90s, some couple decided to get rather amorous. Because you're a young dude. And caught the attention of the 40,000 people at Skydome. Oh! It made the paper overseas, that story. Well, I don't know. I just don't know. Pitch to Shane Dienst is ball 4. I just got called a fool. And it wasn't even by Gardner or Lorenzo. Someone forgot the retractable... No, I don't think they forgot the retractable curtain. I think that was quite intentional. And I'm not even going to touch the second half of one, but yes, it drew an ovation. Musial singled his first time up. And there's a fly ball to right. Holmig will get there. And he bobbles it. Shane Dienst moves to third. Musial digging for 2. And he's in there on the 2-base error. So what should have been the third out, as Kasich steps to the plate, now is a chance to drive in 2. He grounded into a double play his first time up. Yeah, Ricky, I believe, did stay at the hotel. It had just been too convenient. Pitch to Kasich is a ground ball up the middle. This should end the inning. Miller throws it to first. And that will retire the side. The error does not hurt. No runs, no hits, and 1 error. Bottom 3. Tucci the score. Brad, were you still in China for high school? Here's Mr. Hamner. Granville is 0 for 1. And there's a liner into center field. Hamner's turning on the afterburners and is in with a double. So the 4th hit for the Phillies brings up Wakis, who's 0 for 1. Pitch to Eddie is a fly ball right center field. Deering will pick it up. Hamner will go to third. The throw to Kasich is not in time. So Runner on third, one out for Ennis, who walked and scored. Buckshot Kid hated the Dome. Exhibition Stadium, great CFL field. But imagine buying those seats in the far end zone there for a baseball game. Not great seats. It's now a soccer stadium. The Argos actually play there again, as a matter of fact. And so does the Toronto MLS team. Are they Toronto FC? I don't think they have a nickname. Pitch to Ennis is a fly ball to left. Slaughter is there. Hamner goes back to tag. He'll score without a throw, and the Phillies go up 3-2. Tribe fan went 95 to Skydome and got spoiled by Kaufman, which was by far the best of those AstroTurf stadiums. Didn't like it either. And Brad says if you cut Skydome in half horizontally and dip that bottom half under sea level and put a ceiling over it, that's the Trop. Tampa feels like you're in an aquarium. I'm not sure that baseball's ever going to make it in Tampa Bay on a year-round level. I know I get in trouble for saying that, but I just be honest. Semenick singled and scored his first time up. 3-2 Phils, 2 out, bottom of the third. Ball 4. The concourse was constantly wet and damp. So here's Stan Holmig. He singled his first time up. Runner on first, 2 out, 3-2 Phils. There's a fly ball to left. That's going back there. Slaughter to the track, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Phillies take the lead, however. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. We go to the 4th. It's 3-2 Philadelphia. So as Slaughter steps to the plate, let's take a look at the standings. I think it happens sooner than a decade, personally, whether that move happens or not. Brooklyn has won 9 of 10, 3 straight, and is now tied with the Phils for first place in the National League. And that run difference of 75 is the best in all of baseball. St. Louis, 1 back. The Giants are a game and a half back. The Braves are 4.5 back. Pittsburgh, 7. Chicago and Cincinnati finally has won their 4th road game. They're not leaving Miami, Mark, just because they paid for that stadium and $1 gazillion for it. I bet every time that the White Sox and Giants are reminded that they had a deal to go to Tampa, they're grateful they didn't. The big story is the Washington Senators. They have a 1-game lead over the Yankees. Their run differential now has turned positive. It's 12. Cleveland 5 back, Tigers 6 back, the A's 7, the Red Sox 8. And the Browns and the Chi Sox are at 19 and 31. Slaughter struck out his first time up. And this one he sends to right center. Ashburn goes back to make the catch, 1 out. Now remember that dialing for donuts jackpot, someone may get a phone call over the course of this game, and they'll win them if they can remember what the jackpot is. Nippy Jones is 0 for 1. There's a base hit in the right field. Holmig got a late start, picks it up, and that's the 4th hit for the Cardinals. Yeah, that's right. I'd forgotten that the Giants were looking at Toronto 75, but before expansion was announced, right? What would have been the deal there? With it? Yeah, they're not a lot of fans in Florida. Glaviano, by the way, is 0 for 1. And he hits a ground ball to Wakis, throws to Hamner for 1, back to first, and do they turn it? Yes, they do. Double play, 3-6-3. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 3-2 Phils. So here's Willie. He's 0 for 1. The Marlins, though, will be able to start the year with 25% seating capacity. So the 5 people who normally show up will. I don't know. I mean, attendance for the Golden Knights in Vegas has been good. We'll see what the Raiders do when fans are allowed this season. So, then again, unless you could bet at the game, I'm not sure. You'd have to. Where would you put them? You'd have to build a second game, though. Yeah, you know. And Brad brings up the point. Raiders 8 games over 4 months. Pitch to Jones is a liner to short. Shane Dean's leaps makes you forget about Marty Marion. 1 out. Florida hasn't had a fair shot yet, despite the fact that some of those teams have been rather successful, and the Marlins have been terrible. Eddie Miller is 0 for 1. There's a ground ball, first base side foul. And the Rays really are the Montreal Expos. And so it would be weird if they actually moved to Montreal. Let's, give Jeter a couple more years, I would think. Let's go Senators, we see from the stands. Pitch to Miller. Popped up, left side. Shane Dienst has it. 2 out. Brings up Mr. Heinzelman. Ken singled and drove in a run in the second. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Cards. They've left 2 on. The Phils, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and they've left on 3. Brad feeling his oats this evening. The Marlins went from a criminal lawyer and Loria. Don't forget, Huizinga sold off the team after they won the World Series, too, to a criminally incompetent one in Jeter. But you do get some nice lotion in your handbag. But there's no place to play in Charlotte either. They'd have to build them the stadium. Heinzelman pops it up, left side. Kasich. Well, no, it goes foul. And Ricky says they at least made the playoffs last year, albeit 60 games. The one advantage that Montreal has, at least over Charlotte, is they have a Major League facility ready. You can't play in the Big O permanently. The biggest white elephant since Connie Mack's A's, but it's at least a start. Pitch to Heinzelman. Got him! A 1-2 curve on the inside corner for strike 3. After 4, no runs, no hits, no errors. Phillies 3, Cardinals 2. So here's Del Rice. Del is 0 for 1, then Brazel and Deering. It's the 6th time this year that these two teams have met. The Phillies lead the season series 3-2. Nashville's an interesting story. Again, they'd have to build them a stadium. I don't think where the Titans play is adjustable for baseball, is it? But the AAA ballpark, kind of like Buffalo, could be expanded, I think. Pitch to Rice is a fly ball left center field. Ashburn going back there. That's off the wall. Rice will go in with his 8th double of the year, and the Cardinals have the tying run on. Yeah. Good luck to the Phils. That farm system would be torn apart pretty quick. They had Dombrowski leading the way on that. And no, I don't think multi-purpose stadia, no more of those. Here's Brazel. He's 0 for 1. Wakis and Jones play for the bunt. Yes, imagine that. Dombrowski blew a bunch of money in a short time, then skipped town before the bill came due. It's a what? It's a what? It's a monorail. We'll take our World Series, but we'd like our farm system back. Pitch to Brazel is a bunt. Heinzelman fields it in front of the plate, throws to Miller, and it goes on the card, 1-4. Yeah, I don't know if they'll start in Buffalo this year and go back when we can cross the border again. At least Buffalo isn't that far. Yes, Dombrowski, Brad says, in fairness, I only started in Detroit because Illich wanted a World Series so bad. Before that, Dombrowski was a player development guy in Montreal and Florida. Yeah. And I think Ricky's right. I believe the Jays will play in Dunedin until they can go back to Toronto. When are they going to put grass on that field in Toronto? Deering 1 for 2. A double and a run scored. Heinzelman threw 18 batters. 4 to third inning, 61 pitches. 5 hits, a walk and a strikeout. I think we lost Buckshot Kid. Oh, never. Okay. World Series win in Boston in 18. 2 with the losses with the Tigers. 1 with the Marlins win. And yeah, that is a Hall of Fame resume. Tatis just got a 14-year extension. Are you kidding? From San Diego. How much? $340 million. Holy even Longoria. Pitch to Deering. Struck him out. He got him on a 1-2, looking on a 1-2 curve. So 2 out for Shane Dienst. Has singled, driven in a run, and scored. Well, it is all Monopoly money, Tribe fan for sure. Runner on third, fly ball to left. Ennis going back there, and that ball is gone. So the Cardinals retake the lead. It's 4-3 on the 2-run blast by Red Shane Dienst. Here it is again. And Shane Dienst just walloped that one into the... So we got ourselves a topsy-turvy game here. Now remember, 24 a year, that's a steal, but they're still playing... Oh, that's right, they got Machado. Could you go for a Ballantine beer? That indeed was a Ballantine blast. Here's Musial. He's 1 for 2. And Stan sends that one to left center. Ashburn is there. And that will retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. It's time for the commercial. You'll stick to your Heine? That's more than I needed to know. Thank you. Halfway home, 4-3, St. Louis. So if you joined us late, here's how we got here. The Cardinals got 2 in the top of the first. Red Shane Dienst with an RBI single to score Mr. Deering to make it 1-0. Then Eddie Kasich with a grounder to make it 2-0 on the fielder's choice. Phils tied the game in the second. Pudd'nhead Jones, a sac fly to make it 2-1. And then Ken Heinzelman helped his own cause. An RBI single to score Andy Semenuk to tie the game at 2. Del Ennis with a sac fly in the third made it 3-2. And then just a moment ago, Red Shane Dienst, a 2-run shot down the line and left, made it 4-3 St. Louis. Al Brazel, a 4-hitter through 4, 3 runs all earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 1. And Mr. Heinzelman, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs all earned. The homer, a walk and 2 strikeouts. And by the way, we're going to Ricky's for dinner. He made something tonight that just looked absolutely fantastic. So Brazel, 68 pitches through 18 batters. As we start the bottom of the 5th. Richie Ashburn is 0 for 2. And he sends this one into a high pop-up. Glaviano on the grass, 1 out. Here's Hamner. Granville has doubled and scored. Brad, by the way, sent me a clip of Vin Scully commiserating after the Dodgers lost Game 7 of the 1953 World Series. It must have been on National. Scully took over for Red Barber that year because Red wanted more money from Gillette. And Gillette said no. And yep, Ricky made a chicken burrito bowl that just looked fantastic. Here's the pitch to Hamner. That's up the middle. That's a base hit. And so Hamner, a threat to steal, 1 out, bottom of the 5th for Wakis, who's 0 for 2. And yes, he didn't even say the word Maldito. Reach back in the fridge and grab a pair of Malditos. Give one to a friend. Buckshot Kid, does anybody miss a doubleheader? I don't miss covering doubleheaders, and neither does Ricky. We'll just leave that right there. So Wakis is 0 for 2. And there's a line drive in the left field. That's extra bases. Wakis is on with a double. Hamner's on third, and the Phils don't believe in shutdown innings. So here's Ennis. He is 0 for 1. He has driven in a run and a walk. Yeah, the 7-inning ones might not have been too bad. The splits were the worst, man. The splits were the worst, especially if that first game ran long. Long days on Twitter, Mr. Keeler. Long days on Twitter. Pitch to Ennis. Runners on second and third. Line drive to Shane Deans. How about that? 2 out. Oh, doctor. So here's Seminick. Andy 1 for 1. He has walked and singled. And scored 4-3 St. Louis. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Yep. I remember doing a 2 a.m. solo postgame show. West Coast trip. It's back when I could go to Dunkin' and get a coffee. Pitch to Seminick is a ground ball to second. Glaviano deep in the hole. Over to first, and they get out of it. Brazel tips his cap to the backup second baseman, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the 6th. It's 4-3 St. Louis. Yeah, I had like a Dodger or a Padre game. And one of those, it's supposed to rain, but it didn't. And no matter how many times on Twitter you tried to explain to people that they were not going to put a retractable roof onto Nationals Park, we go through them all. Every rain delay. Why don't they put a roof on the place? Well, here's Kasich. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded into a double play. Into left field, Ennis, 1 out. Yeah, Ricky does a podcast, Kicking It with Keeler. And Ricky can certainly put a link for those of you who want to follow it. Slaughter 0 for 2 with a strikeout. We tried to get him fans, Brad. We tried to get him fans. Don't you get Masson where you are? Slaughter 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And there's a fly ball to left. Ennis going back there, and he'll make the catch. 2 out. So, no, the Nats actually draw pretty well. And so if you click on Ricky's link or copy and paste it, you can subscribe to his podcast. Put a roof on an outdoor sport in Cleveland, and you may be more hated than Art Modell. Yep, Ricky says as long as their game ends before the Metro. I always love to watch him rushing in from the Navy Yard stop in the second inning. You know, you can watch batting practice too, you know. Lippy Jones is 1 for 2. There's a base hit into right field. Holmig will pick it up. 7th hit for the Cardinals. Here's Glaviano. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded into a double play. Heinzelman. Ball 4. So runners on first and second, 2 out. Here's Del Rice. Del 1 for 2. Are you still with the Yankees prospects place too? They've scored. Rice has scored a run and doubled. And Ricky does a new show every weekend. Ground ball to first. Wakis to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, they leave 2 on. Bottom of the 6th inning, it's still 4-3 St. Louis. So Holmig, 1 for 2. He's got a single. Pinstriped. Prospects is where we cover Yankees prospects, but we don't have a lot of Yankee fans here. Brack55, by the way, was watching yesterday. Joined us late and gave us a follow. Thanks a bunch. Ground ball up the middle. Glaviano behind the bag. Over to first for the out. I think you're the only pure Yankee fan, Ricky. Lorenzo, I just think is romantic about the older team. Here's Willie Jones. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI. Brazel delivers, and there's a high ground ball to second. Glaviano throws to first for the out. Only time you bond with Lorenzo, when he has a sneaker for the Yankees. Yep. Here's Eddie Miller. Eddie's 0 for 2. It'll be the Senators and Tigers tomorrow at noon for our Thursday lunchtime broadcast. Pitch to Miller. There's a slow roller to Jones. Underhands at the Brazel. But yes, not going to jinx him, but he is having a good day with the glove. We go to the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, and no errors. 4-3 St. Louis. And don't forget, sometime in the last 3 innings, we will make our dialing for donuts phone call. So here's Al Brazel. Al is 0 for 1. Deering and Shane Deans to follow. Ground ball to second. Miller, 1 out. Chuck Deering, 1 for 3 with a double. A run scored and a strikeout. And, of course, most of you know the name Bob Murphy, who just always would paint a good word picture and would call things in the past tense. Hosted in the 70s, Dialing for Dollars on Channel 9 out of New York. Deering 1 for 3, a double, a run scored, and a strikeout. Heinzelman threw 27 batters, 93 pitches, 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits. The home run was Shane Deans. He has walked 2 and struck out 2, and all 4 runs are earned. Into left field. Ennis is there. 2 out. Shane Deans 2 for 2. That homer, a single, and 3 RBI. Getting ready to stretch. Heinzelman on deck for the Phils once they bat. Shane Deans, he's going to go 3 for 3. He punches that one into right field for a single. And that brings up Usual, who is 1 for 3. Stand, fly ball to right. Holmig is there, and it's stretch time. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. 4-3 St. Louis. We're calling the lucky person now. Just like what do I call someone from the 49th season?
Eight, 5, 9, 3, 8,
Oops.
0, 7.
Stop it. No, our lucky person was not home and does not get the donut jackpot. I am so sorry. We tried to get a hold of you, and it did not work. So we'll try again at some point for dialing for donuts on a Wednesday night. And back to the game we go. It'll be Heintzelman. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. If I dialed someone from the 49 season, yeah, I think I'd scared them to death. Hello? You remember, it was 70-some-odd years ago. Heintzelman has struck out and singled and driven in a run. On the wrong end of a 4-3 game. There's a base hit left center field. So Heintzelman is 2 for 3 now. Here's Richie Ashburn. He's 0 for 3. Brazel through 27 batters on 97 pitches. 6 innings, 7 hits. Who's walked 2 and struck out 1. If you, most of you are old enough to know the whole thing for dialing for dollars, right? I don't need to explain that. Pitch for Ashburn is a ground ball to Glaviano. He throws to Shane Deans for 1, over to Jones for 2, and Tommy's great day in the field continues. 4-6-3. The gist of dialing for dollars is that it would be the afternoon movie on a TV station. This isn't a Fortnite stream. Well, if someone had picked up their phone instead of letting it go to voicemail, I don't know who that was. Hamner, by the way, 2 for 3. He has singled, doubled, and scored. So the gist of the movie is that at the beginning of it, the announcer would say, "Okay, ladies, there's $77.18 in today's jackpot. If I call you, you'll win the money." And they would rip up a phone book, literally have pieces of a phone book in some cleared plastic drum, and you'd pull it out and say, is Dave... Well, let me give another example here. I'll find someone who actually will answer the phone. Hold on. Let me get into bits here now. It's because the last person didn't want to talk to me. We'll show how this is done.
Hello, Dunkin' Donuts Burlington.
Is this Dave Gardner of Walla Walla, Washington?
Hang on a sec. I'm pouring some special coffees for a couple of friends of mine.
Oh, okay. Well, you do that. Can you tell me how much is in the... I'm Ron Juckett from Retro Sports Network and Dialing for Dollars.
Okay.
Would you care to tell me how much is in the Dialing for Dollars jackpot today?
Oh, man. Oh, come on. I gotta get this one. $78.76.
Oh, you're so close.
Oh.
You are so close. But no, it was $77.19. But we're going to add a couple more dollars, and maybe we'll throw your piece of paper from the phone book back into the tin and pull it out tomorrow. So
That will be great. I do gotta get back to this special coffee I'm making, though.
you go ahead and do that. Thank you so much, Mr. Gardner, and have a nice day.
Thank you, Mike.
All right. Bye-bye. So yeah, that's essentially dialing for dollars. And no, that wasn't in a Fortnite stream. Brad, you're going to kick yourself when you check your phone. Hamner is 2 for 3. A single, a double, and a run scored. 4-3, 2. Yes, check your phone. 2 out. In the bottom of the 7th. Pitch to Hamner. There's a base hit in the left center field. Slaughter will pick it up. Kasich made a late jump and couldn't get there, and so the tying run is on. People are going to watch tomorrow on YouTube and go, he's lost it. Ron's been eating the lead paint chips off the wall. Waitkiss is 1 for 3 with a double. You got my number. Call me back. Your afternoon movie bit was a spin a wheel answer and a trivia question. Chance to win a jackpot if you could name the movie scene. I wonder how many people got burnt by that. So here's Waitkiss. He's 1 for 3. Yes. Yes. Did it come up as a spam? Shouldn't have. Waitkiss struck him out. He got him on a 2-2 on the inside corner, a rainbow curve. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the 8th. It's 4-3 St. Louis. So Kasich, Slaughter, and Jones. Eddie is 0 for 3 and grounded into a double play. And there's a line drive up the middle. That's a base hit. The Cardinals want an insurance run for sure. Here's Slaughter. Enos is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Slaughter draws a walk, ball 4. Heinzelman, by the way, is at 108 pitches. He can go up to 140. So Kasich on second, Slaughter on first. Nippy Jones, who's 2 for 3, he's now hitting 389 at the plate. And there's a bunt. Heinzelman grabs it, throws it to first, and the runners move up. 1-4, 1 out. And here's Glaviano. Tommy is 0 for 2. He is walked and grounded into a double play. Phillies play him in. You're not going to walk him to face Rice. Rice is 1 for 3. And there's a ground ball to Hamner. He looks the runner back, throws to first, and got him. So one of the rare times in Action PC where it worked. Here's Del Rice. Del is 1 for 3, a double and a run scored. Rice into left field. Ennis is there. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Bottom 8, still 4-3 St. Louis. We're much more serious, by the way, in the lunchtime games. If you hadn't seen us before, it's not all bits and bobs and all that. So here it'll be Ennis, Semenuk, and Holmig. Dell is 0 for 2. He has walked, scored, and driven in a run. And he strikes out. Brazel got him to swing on a 1-2 curve. Juck it at night. We started the prime time games again this year, and you guys are usually much more chatty at night. And so we just, we're doing a game, but it's much more relaxed. Semenuk is 1 for 2. Andy has walked and singled and scored a run. Got him! So we got a good morning and a good afternoon. He swings and misses at an 0-2 curve. So Holmig is 1 for 3 with a single. And he lines that one to Shane Dienst, who's had a pretty gosh darn good day at short. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 9th. A good one here in Philadelphia. St. Louis 4, Phillies 3. Brazel 0 for 2. Let's see what they do with him. Heinzelman won't bat in the 9th, but he should pitch it. Deering and Shane Dienst to follow. And they'll pinch hit. They're going to use Ron Northey. Northey at 253, 2 homers and 18 RBI. There's a fly ball, right center field. Ashburn is there, 1 out. Speaking of Gardner, we did one today on scratching that niche. So that's a new podcast at digitaladvice.com. So here's Deering. He's 1 for 4. He has doubled, scored, and struck out. Heinzelman threw 36 batters, 122 pitches, 8 1/3 innings, 9 hits. A homer allowed. That was to Shane Dienst, who's on deck. He has walked 3 and struck out 2. And there's a pop-up. Left side, Jones has it for the out, 2 away. Niche. Niche. They give you cream if you got to scratch that itch. Here's Shane Dienst. He's 3 for 3, a homer, and 3 RBI. He has walked once and scored twice. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and the Cardinals have left on 7. Phillies 3 runs, 8 hits, an error, and they've left on 6. Shane Dienst up the middle. Miller behind the bag, over to first, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Pitchers and catchers do report today. You've already got the fever, Chadwick. We go to the 9th. Ted Wilkes in to close it out. 4-3 St. Louis. So Wilkes, or Cork, he's 33. He's making his 15th appearance of the year. Fastball pitcher at 87 and a ground ball pitcher. He last pitched on the 4th, 2 innings against the Braves. I think I did that game. Took a loss. I'm pretty sure we did do that game. 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked a batter and didn't strike out anybody. So in 27 innings, he's allowed 32 hits, 3 homers, 17 runs, all earned. He has walked 10 and struck out 14. So Willie Jones is 0 for 3. He has driven in a run. Remember, in 1949, sac flies counted as at-bats. Jones to third. Kasich can't play it, and the tying run is on. And in fact, Jones is going to go for 2 because it hit his Kasich's shoe and bounced into left field. So here's Eddie Miller. Nobody out. Cardiac time here at Shy Park. Base hit left or right center field. Jones will hold at third, and the winning run is already on. And the only thing getting closed are the schools in Cleveland. Thanks, Buckshot. I do appreciate it. So you're going to pinch hit for Heinzelman and sing it with me. Who can hit a righty? Why, of course, Dick Sizzler. Sizzler just started the year. He's only played 9 games. He is 4 for 8 on the replays, hitting .500 with 2 runs scored. His real-life numbers, 289, 7 homers, and 50 RBI. The tying run is on third. Miller is the winning run. Nobody out, bottom of the 9th. Base hit right field. We're tied. Miller holds at second. Sizzler, that outfield fell far. Yeah, his father played for the Browns, right? So speaking of hitters, here's Richie Ashburn. The winning run is now on second base in a 4-4 tie. Richie is 0 for 4. You could conceivably hit and run here, but Miller would be a dead duck if he missed the pitch. And Ashburn isn't going to bunt. So Wilkes, who was 3-3 on the season with 2 saves, has already coughed up the hairball here. Pitch to Ashburn. Ground ball up the middle. Shane Dienst. Glaviano for 1. Jones for 2. And so Miller moves to third. The winning run is 90 feet away, but the Cardinals just got another double play. Sizzler slid to take out Glaviano, but Tommy made the throw. Excuse me. So here's Hamner. He is 3 for 4, has singled twice, doubled and scored. So if you got a fingernail left here, you might want to chew it right now. Pitch to Hamner, and it's a ground ball to Shane Dietz, and it's extra free baseball tonight. The Phillies get 1 run on 2 hits in the air and then get hit into the double play. We go to the 10th in a 4-4 tie. Jim Constanti comes in. Jim, not having a good replay. This is his 17th appearance of the year. He's 32. He is a standard pitcher. He's a knuckleball pitcher. And won the 1950 MVP, throws the fastball, it tops out at 83. He went 2 days ago against the Pirates and threw a clean inning. So in 20 innings, he's allowed 22 hits, 1 homer, 11 runs, all earned, 13 walks, and 10 strikeouts. He lost to the Cardinals on May 17th. Over an inning and 2/3, he gave up a hit, a run, and walked 3. So Musial, Kasich, and Slaughter here in the 10th. Stands 1 for 4. Line drive to Miller, 1 out. So Kasich, 1 for 4. He is singled and grounded into a double play. And there's a fly ball to left. Ennis rides the Schwinn, 2 out. Wakis, Ennis, and Semenuk for the Phils in the bottom of the 10th. And remember, if the Cardinals win this game, they tie Brooklyn for first. Philly is tied with Brooklyn now. Slaughter is 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. To second, Miller. And that will retire the side. The Cards go quietly. Let's see what Ted Wilkes can do this time. Bottom 10, 4-4. Here's Wakis. He's 1 for 4. He has doubled and struck out. Got him. Wilkes struck him out. A 88-mile-an-hour fastball swung on and missed. On the full count. 1 out for Ennis. Ennis is 0 for 3. He has walked, driven in a run, scored, and struck out. And there's a base hit into left field. Slaughter will field it. And the winning run is on for Semenuk, and Ennis is going to get the green light here to steal. Semenuk 1 for 3 with a run scored, a single, a walk, and a strikeout. Runner goes. Rice's throw, not in time, and that's the first steal of the year for Ennis. And so the winning run is now in scoring position for Semenuk. And so Nelly's quite nervous in the St. Louis dugout. Pitch to Semenuk. Struck him out. He got him swinging on an 0-2 curve, and there's 2 out. That brings up Holmig. If I got anybody better than a 244? I do. Putzi Caballero. Putzi is 5 for 19 on the replay, hitting .263, a double, and 3 RBI. 2 out, winning run on second, 4-4 tie here between the Cards and the Phils. Wilkes deals, struck him out. Oh, he swings and misses on a 2-2 fastball, and we go to the 11th inning. Phils had their chance. No runs, a hit, no errors. St. Louis 4, Philadelphia 4. Yep, more free baseball for you. As Bill Nicholson goes in for Puzzi Caballero. I gotta be honest. Doesn't that sound like one of those social club names? Dancing for your dining and pleasure this evening is Puzzi Caballero. Apologies to the family if anyone's watching. So Nicholson is a 5 and an 8 and right, and Constanti starts the second inning of work. It'll be Jones, Glaviano, and Rice. It does sound like the name of a Bond girl. Blonde, curvaceous. What's your name? Puzzi Caballero. Nippy Jones is 2 for 3. He singled twice into right field. Going to test out Nicholson right away, and that's off the spike fence. That's an extra base hit. Remember, you got to hit it all the way over it. That's not a home run. He hit it over where the hot dog ad is. But that spike fence is in play. Built by one Connie Mack. So here's Glaviano. Tommy is 0 for 3. He has walked and grounded into a double play. Constanti delivers. Up the middle. Hamner looks Jones back to the bag. Throws to first for the out. And Jones moves to third anyway. For Del Rice. Outfield goes to no doubles. Infield playing in. Rice up the middle for a base hit. Jones will score. The Cardinals go up 5-4. And I imagine the computer will pinch hit for Mr. Wilkes here. He walked in his only replay appearance. And it's Hal Rice. I'm assuming, Brad, that they were brothers. Hal, 3 for 15. 200. He has walked 3 times and struck out 3 times. And like Dell, he is not necessarily a San Francisco treat. Pitch to Hal is a fly ball to right. Nicholson will get there and make the catch, and Dell retreats back to first. 2 out for Deering. Chuck is 1 for 5. He has doubled, scored, and struck out. Jones, Miller, and the pitcher spot for the Phillies in the bottom of the 11th. Deering, ground ball past Jones, who got a glove on it but couldn't play it. So it goes under the glove. That's the second error on the Phillies. Del Rice goes to second. Deering is on first, and Shane Dean's at the plate. Red is 3 for 4. Has singled twice and homered. He's driven in 3. Now it's 25 RBI on the year. Constanti delivers. A bounder down to Wakeis. Underhands it to the pitcher, and out will retire the side. But the Cardinals get a run on 2 hits and an error. We go to the bottom of the 11th inning. Jim Hearn coming in. 5-4 St. Louis. So Jim, 28 years old, making his 9th appearance of the year. Brad traded Brendan Rodgers. For the number 2. What time is your? Is this a Zoom draft or what? So, Hearn last pitched against the Dodgers on the 2nd. Email starts this weekend. Okay, 2 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 2. So in 29 innings, he's allowed 29 hits, 6 home runs, 17 runs in total, 16 earned. He's walked 15 and struck out 12. And all he has to do is retire the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, and the Cardinals have won the ball game. Mr. Jones is 0 for 4, has an RBI and a run scored. Got him. An 0-2 fastball on the inside corner. 1 out. The guy with the first pick is taking Louis Robert. Or Robert. Eddie Miller is 1 for 4. 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals. They've left on 9. For the Phils, 4 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors, and they've left on 8. Miller up the middle. Shane Dean's got a glove on it but couldn't pick it up, and the tying run is on. So an E6. And so who can hit a righty is going to be Stan Lapata, the catcher. Stan at 276. A homer and 8 RBI. He is the winning run. You're not going to hit and run here. The Cardinals would love a double play. Jones and Kasich guard the lines. Pitch or throw to first, Miller back. And now you wonder if you do try to steal. Pitch to Lapata. There's a ground ball up the middle. Shane Dean's only play is to first. I did not hit and run. The tying run is on second. 2 out for Richie Ashburn, who is 0 for 5 today. And if you're wondering if Whitey can pull a Mendoza and win this game, well, he's got a 0.1% chance. So Hearn trying to lock this down right now. Winds and deals. It's a ground ball to Glaviano over to Jones, and the Cardinals will win the ball game 5-4. So that's it. Red Shane Dienst is our Digital Dice MVP. That was a good game. He goes 3 for 5, a homer, and drove in 3. 5 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Cardinals. 4 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Phillies. Wilkes gets the win. He blew the save, but got the win. He goes to 4-3, and Constanti goes to 0-3. He takes a loss. Heinzelman and Brazel pitched well. In fact, Brazel did well with minus stuff. Really quick, the rest of the day in baseball. So the Dodgers are a half game up. And so as we play Friday the 10th, we can tell you that the Pirates beat the Giants 12-5. Whirl goes to 3-4. Larry Jansen goes to 7-5. Ralph Kiner 2 for 4, his 14th of the year, and he drove in 5. Braves beat the Cubs 3-2. Warren Spahn goes to 6-6. Rush falls to 1-6. Connie Ryan 1 for 2, a double and a walk. The Browns beat the A's 7-6. Kennedy goes to 2-3. Harris 1-3, and Hank Majeski 3 for 5. Cleveland beat the Yankees 4-2. Gene Bearden goes to 2-7. Vic Raschi falls to 5-5. Yogi Berra 3 for 4 with a triple. Brooklyn in 11. First place on their own. They beat the Reds 4-2. Minner with a win, 5-3. Gumbert with a loss, 2-7. Gil Hodges, his 6th of the year. He goes 3 for 5 and drives in 2. And Harry Gumpert beat the Red Sox. The Red Sox 7, Boston 1. Vern Stevens, the lone run, his 10th of the year. And Earl Johnson, needs to be let go. He's 0-6. It'll be the Senators and the Tigers tomorrow for you at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. I'm Ron Juckert. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great night, everybody.